you're new here, welcome to my channel, Rose Between Pages. Rosie here. Sorry about the lighting. Right, welcome to my 100 subscriber reading vlog. It's a special reading vlog because we are reading horrors in this. I'm going to try and read 2 or 3 horrors in this. And we're starting with Boys in the Valley by Philip Fracassi. It's a new day, so new book to read, because I just finished Great Gatsby last night, which I'm not going to go into detail, but you will see the review at the end of the month, like every single book that I'm reading in this month. I've not an idea what I'm going to read after Boys in the Valley, but we shall see. Yeah, welcome to a horror vlog. Okay, so I don't actually know what this book is about. All I remember is I impulsively bought this after watching Willow's review on this. And I know it's about boys in an orphanage, and it's like disgusting what happens to them or something. Anyways, let's read the blurb. St. Vincent's Orphanage for Boys, turn of the century in a remote valley in Pennsylvania. Here under the watchful eyes of several priests, 30 boys learn and worship. Peter Barlow, orphaned as a child by a gruesome murder, has made a new life here. As he approaches adulthood, he has friends, a future, a family. Then, late one stormy night, a group of men arrive at their door, one of whom is badly wounded, occult symbols carved into his flesh. His death releases an ancient evil. It spreads like sickness, infecting St. Vincent's and the children within. Oh, this sounds very similar to like Exorcist, but in an orphanage instead. That sounds pretty cool. Soon, boys begin acting differently, forming groups, taking sides. Others turn up dead. Now Peter and those dear to him must choose sides of their own, each of them knowing their lives and perhaps their eternal souls are at risk. That sounds fucking amazing. In the Valley. Like, I know that the main character Peter, I know that his parents die. That's what the prologue is about. The prologue is about his parents' death. It's like their deaths. It is sad and it is fucking traumatizing. Like, holy shit, can Philip Fracassi write? I'm already gripped. I'm only 12 pages in and I'm already gripped like no tomorrow right now. I'm just like, it's really easy to read and I think I'm gonna speed through it, but kinda don't, because I haven't been in a horror book for quite some time now, because I've been focusing on my fantasy, because I've been in a fantasy mood, but I'm in a horror mood, and my goodness, is this good so far. Like, holy shit. So I didn't really update you last night because I was busy studying, but let's update you on Boys in the Valley. I'm like 35 pages through and I'm already getting 5-star vibes from this book. like, it's not creepy at the minute, it's just tense, because basically this orphanage that the boys live in, it's very strict. So like, if they don't do any work, then they don't eat, they starve. If they don't have clean hands, then they starve. And the thing is, one of the boys didn't wash his hands properly to the standards of the priests. And Bartholomew, he's like one of the smallest. He's just tried to hand his food over to the boy that didn't wash his hands properly. And the main priest is just telling him off about it. And he's just like, because you're taking away his lesson, then he can have all of your food. Meaning now, what you have on your plate now, and dinner. So I'm just like, oh gosh, poor Bartholomew. It's very strict and I'm really liking it. I love how it's written and it's very easy to read. Very easy to read. I'm going to continue reading this for the next 2 videos. And then I'm going to start studying my computing. Hello. So I just wanted to update you while I'm in the middle of my own sprints. Basically, I'm nearly on part 2 of Boys in the Valley. I haven't really been reading much today because I knew that I needed to get some studying done, which I did today. Got some studying done, and I started a new anime. So that's the thing. Started an anime called Log Horizon. Basically, all these people are trapped inside a video game, which sounds pretty cool. It reminds me of Pokemon mixed with Ready Player One. So I'm kind of vibing with it. And there's a cat guy in this. And he sounds like the voice actor for the cat in Coraline, so I'm vibing with that as well. Really am vibing. And basically, right, this isn't spoilers because this is on the blurb. This is in the blurb. Basically, this guy there was a guy that was really hurt. He was injured. And on his skin, he had symbols all over his torso. But it was gruesome because you could see his ribs. Like, he was literally torn open to the point where you could see his ribs. And something was possessing this guy. I'm not saying who this guy is because that is spoilers. But basically, he just died. So I've just got to the part where this possessed dude has just died in the orphanage. So, on chapter 12. And then right next door is part 2. So, I'm going to continue reading. Hi, just wanted to tell you the plans for the rest of the day. Basically, gonna be on sprints until around 11-ish tonight, and then, well, I'm gonna try and read as much as I can during this time. We're currently at 4:30, so I'm on page 105 on this. I don't know what I'm reading next because Josh is going to choose 2 books for me to choose which one I prefer the first line to. So we shall see what he chooses for me, and then we'll go from there, really. But I am vibing today. We have a Hobbit village ambience in the night, which is so cozy. Lit my candle earlier. Obviously, really good book so far. So far, this is really good. Fully action-packed, full of action. It's always one thing after another. It's always it's never slowed down so far, and I'm more than 100 pages in, which is fucking amazing, and I've still got 235 pages left to go. So I'm looking forward to see how this is gonna go, and I'm looking forward to seeing how much I can actually read today during these sprints, because it's my 12-hour 100 subscriber special sprints, and we're also gonna have carbonara tonight, which is nice. Hello from me and Pickles.
And me.
Can't really see.
Hello.
Just wanted to update because the last time I updated you was while I was doing sprints yesterday. So I'm on chapter 32, which is page 182. So I've read quite a lot since I last updated you. And basically a lot has gone on. This book is traumatizing, but it's very fast paced. It's one thing after another. Like I said on my live, I knew that some of the boys were going to start dying, but I didn't know who was going to be the first one to go at all. We have Bartholomew and Ben in the hole at the minute. Simon's just spooked the living daylights out of Peter. And David is a lot, well, not just David, but all the boys are a lot more worried of the others. They're quite paranoid about each other at the minute because they don't know who to trust and who not to trust. I don't know how the priests are gonna deal with this situation that's happening, because I think the boys are possessed or something. But yeah, I nearly cried at the first boy that went, because he's a very likable character. I'm wondering who's gonna go next. I'm thinking Ben might be next, but I'm not too sure on that. But we shall see. Hey, thought I'd update you while I'm waiting for my nose to cook. That's why there's so much steam. Basically, in my book, I have like less than 50 pages left, and I just want to try and get that finished today, like tonight. It is currently 11:05. Yes, I'm having noodles because I'm hungry. I don't get hungry until like 10 p.m. or later now. I'm going to the doctor's tomorrow because I keep going dizzy every time I look down or look up. And it's just been getting progressively worse. I've been like this since Friday, so it's not the best. Anyways, what's happening in the book, it is brutal. Like, there are kids dying as the possessed. I don't even know if they're possessed or not. Kids against the normal kids at the minute. And they've just broken into the door because the priest was stupid enough to let one of them in. So, you know, he didn't know that Jonathan was one of them. He did not know that. But, you know, yeah, he didn't know that he was possessed. Like, he was one of them, one of the evil children. And the thing is, the strongest adult there, he's with them as well. And the head priest he's fucked. Let's just say that he's completely fucked right now. But yeah, they've broken and kids are dying again. So I'm wondering how the fuck this is gonna end. Like, are we gonna get answers as to if they are possessed or if they're just under some sort of influence from a spirit? I don't know. But we shall see what goes on anyway. But yeah, I know what I'm reading next. I'm reading Fairy Tale. I think it's a fantasy horror. So that'll be in this vlog as well. I'm not entirely sure though, that's the only thing. About the genre, I mean. It'll definitely be in this vlog if it's in the horror category. But yeah, I am really enjoying this book. This book is like a 4.75 stars, if I'm honest. And I might try and start doing a recommendation video, like, of 6 books that I've recently read and I enjoy, so we'll see what happens. Josh is reading in the background, so, you know, he's right there. He's reading Lost Metal. Finally went back to it. Okay. So I'm here because I have finished Boys in the Valley. I gave this 5 stars. This is my first 5-star of 2024 actually. So I really enjoyed this and I do recommend this to people who like slasher movies and like possession horrors as well. So if you like them too, then I would suggest this, but if you're squeamish, do not go for this. Because it's very, very gory, and it has a little bit of animal death in it, but it's to the point where I can cope with it. Like, it's just one mention, and that's it. It's homicide in this, there's child abuse, child death. There's a lot of death in that, and obviously possession, homicide. So yeah, there's a lot of really bad things in that book, but I loved it. So does that make me a sadist in a sense? Yeah, it kind of does. I've got to start reading Fairy Tale by Stephen King. This is dark fantasy, so it's not in the horror genre, but it's a dark book, so we'll see how this goes, and I'll update you tomorrow probably. Hi, so sorry I've not really updated. My reading as of late has slowed down quite a bit because I've been very focused on Bramble. Bramble is a game that I recently finished, and I want to try and get all of the trophies in it. I just have like 4 trophies to get, and I've just been hyper focusing on doing that, so I've not really been reading much, and I've not really been studying much. I'm on page 64 of this already. This is pretty good so far. Like, I like the characters so far. Mr. Bowditch, I love Radar. I'm in love with Radar. Radar's the dog, and she's this beautiful German Shepherd. But she's very old, and she has arthritis, so it's very hard for her to get around. Then I like Charlie as well. Charlie is about to go into college, and he wants to do a scholarship. I'm not sure what in. I don't think it said what in. I'm not sure. But the beginning of this was a little bit traumatic. It told you what happened to Charlie's mum, and then what happened to his dad. His dad is still living. Like, they went through a lot of shit. They went through some grief. There is grief in this. There's death in this a little bit at first. Overall, it has been an okay read so far. I did watch Jaws the other day while reading this. Not the right atmosphere for this, if I'm honest. Because this isn't playing as a horror. It's playing... At the minute, it's just playing as a coming of age, really, at the moment. But don't get me wrong, I do like this book. It's just I've been very hyper focused on gaming lately, So it's just been hard for me to focus on anything other than gaming. But I want to try and get some more of this done. I might even do a 24-hour readathon soon surrounding this. So we'll see how much I get done. And yeah, I'm looking forward to reading more of this. Something happened to Mr. Bowditch, and if it wasn't for radar howling, then Charlie wouldn't have found him. So I do love radar. Like, give me a second, let me just actually show you her. This is Radar and Charlie. She is so cute. I'm gonna continue reading and then I'm gonna stop. Hello.
What's up, Chocolate Nuts?
I'm about 205 pages through Fairy Tale.
Whoa.
And it's finally got fantasy-esque, so I'm excited to see what adventures Charlie and Radar go on. And I really want to see if Charlie actually tells his dad about all the stuff that he's found out. So basically, something happened to Mr. Bowditch, and basically he left a tape for Charlie to listen to, telling him that there is another world underneath his shed. So if he goes down like this massive flight of stairs, then there's like a big, like another world. And we met Dora, who is nicknamed the Shoe Lady, as she likes to trade shoes. She's a little bit weird, but she lives just outside the Emerald City from Wizard of Oz, so that's making me think that there's a lot of fairy tales in this other world, and maybe that's why it's called Fairy Tale, but I'm not entirely sure yet. So I'm going to keep reading. I'm really excited to actually get back into this, and I'm on my own sprints. So yeah, they've been very productive today. I was supposed to go on sprints about 10:10 this morning, but I didn't think I was going to sleep well because I had cramps in my knees last night really, really badly, because I'd been doing stuff for about 5 fucking hours straight with Josh yesterday, so my knees were paying the price for that. And luckily I did sleep very well, and I didn't set an alarm for this morning, so that's why I slept in, and I changed my sprint to 3:30 instead to make life easier. So yeah, I'm gonna continue reading and watch Jacksepticeye play Spider-Man 2. Hi. So I've just got into my pajamas. I keep procrastinating on studying. I do need to study. I keep procrastinating on practically everything lately. And I'm not eating properly either, so that doesn't help me well. Probably gonna get a shower tomorrow, and I'm thinking about actually doing some studying tomorrow. Some hard studying. So I think it's gonna be busy tomorrow. I'm gonna finish watching, like, doing this reading for it, and then I think I'm gonna go to bed because I need to be up early in the morning, and I wanna sort my sleeping pattern back out because I'm not sleeping very well. until Josh gets home on a weekend. Not sleeping until Josh gets home, and then sleeping until about 12/1 p.m. I don't want to make the most of the day, really, so... Anyways, I'm on page 263 of Fairy Tale, and in this other world, there is a curse where people's faces are just going like... Slowly but surely, their faces are just going... And the members of the royal family before, they have a curse as well, but it's more individual than the others. So normal common folk, they have the grey curse, whereas the royal family, they have a curse where it's taken one of their senses. So like, maybe like, we haven't met one that's deaf yet, but we've met one that can't speak. She speaks through her horse Falada. And then we've just met her uncle who's blind, but he's going about his way really well. So enjoying this so far. It's okay, but yeah, I want to try and get some studying done tomorrow and get a little bit of reading done tomorrow. Not too much reading, because like I say, I've been procrastinating on studying, so that's fun. Hey, ignore the fact that my hair is a mess. I've just took it down from being in a bun. It's been in a bun majority of the day, so my head hurts here, but it's fine. I got like beach waves after I'm done. Anyways, I'm really sorry that I've not been updating for a little bit, because Nala had babies. She finally had her babies, so that's good. But she's not taking to them very well, so we're having to feed them at the moment, which is fine. We don't mind being the motherly figures, really. We don't mind feeding them. It's nice to feed them because they make little noises. She had 4 beautiful puppies. I'll put the picture right here. And unfortunately, she was gonna have 5, but unfortunately it died. The second one died because his head was a little bit too big. But she has three beautiful baby boys and a little girl. And I've got little nicknames for all of them. So the little girl's called Lola. The black one is called Penguin, because he has like a little white stripe going down his chest. Then we've got Rory, who is the loudest out of all of them. Like, he's the loudest and he's the squealer, really. So that's why we called him Rory. And then the one that we're keeping is called Zorro. Now, my mother-in-law named him Zorro for the reason of the there was this thing that she used to watch, and the superhero in it, he looks like a Three Musketeer character, if I'm honest. He has a mask, and his name is Zorro, and he's like a superhero and everything. The pug that we're keeping, he has a mask, and he's so cute. And he has like a little grey stripe going here, which is super adorable. But I'm happy that we're keeping one of them, because this is Nala's first litter, and this is going to be her last litter, because we were really scared that there was going to be like complications. It's currently raining. I can hear the rain, sorry. I'm nearly halfway through this, and I'm going to see what Josh chooses when he wakes up. He's currently having a nap. I'm really enjoying this, but I don't see the point in the first 200 pages. Like, yeah, I get introducing the characters, the main characters, but I don't get why it had to be why it had to be 200 pages long, because the other world is interesting me a lot more than the real world. So yeah, I am liking it. It's just I'm procrastinating. Like that tomorrow, it's been a busy 2 days. Obviously, Nala gave birth yesterday morning. She's not taken to the puppies. I don't think she's got enough milk for all 4 of them. To be honest, I don't think she's got enough milk. Like, she's not letting them feed, and she seems scared whenever they're near her. So, you know, yeah. And she keeps trying to bite them and everything, so that's the thing. We're just trying to keep an eye on her and make sure that she's not hurting them in any way. So, that happened yesterday. I also did sprints yesterday, and I was looking after the babies yesterday as well. And then today, I've looked after the puppies, I vacuumed and mopped the hallway, and I also washed up. And I vacuumed and mopped our room because I don't want my mother-in-law thinking that she has to do everything. Like, I don't want her doing everything, because these puppies are taking a lot out of her at the moment, and she's worrying about Nala as well, a little bit. But to me, Nala seems fine, if I'm honest. So yeah, it's just a lot at the minute, having 4 puppies and the mum not letting them feed, and then all 4 of us are having to pitch in. So like, we're rotating on who's feeding them. So I've been feeding them quite a lot with Josh, but I've also been feeding them with my mother-in-law. I don't trust my niece, because she nearly choked one of them at 3 a.m. yesterday, so that was another thing. Their next feed is at 10 p.m, so about 2 hours from now. So yeah, I think me and Josh are going to be doing the 1 a.m. one. That is if we're awake. I hope that we're awake. If not, I'll set an alarm. Hi. Currently in the living room with Nala and the babies. You can't see Nala's, but she's there. But yeah, I'm currently in the living room with these because Josh and my mum-in-law have gone out. So they're out shopping. So I'm on puppy duty and mama duty, making sure that they're okay. I am on page 336 of this. It's making me feel like, what was the point in the first 200 pages? But basically, at the minute, we nearly had a run-in with the night soldiers who are undead. And they, like, Charlie has done something to Radar, and I'm really happy about it. I'm really happy as to how she's taken this, and it's just really nice to see that she's, like, bounded around and everything. But yeah, she's doing really well right now. And they've just got out the city, I think, and I'm just going to continue reading on. I've also got to do some studying today, because I need to do some studying. Keep ahead of my computing. I haven't done any maths for a little bit, so that's the thing. We're going to bath Nala today as well, because Nala needs a bath, bless her. So Nala needs a bath. The plans are today give Darla a bath after I've read a little bit and had my morning cup of tea. It's not really morning, it's my first cup of tea of the day really, because it's afternoon at the moment. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna have the first cup of tea of the day and read a little bit. Bath Nala. I'm probably gonna study while keeping an eye on her and the puppies. So, yeah. Hello! So, I've just finished Fairy Tale. This is a 4-star. I would recommend this if you like fairy tales, like the classics, like Jack and the Beanstalk, Wizard of the Oz, the old woman that lived in the shoe. Just, there's like a lot of fairy tales and stories just mixed into one world in this. Basically, you are following Charlie and Mr. Bowditch at first. Charlie is a 17-year-old boy and Mr. Bowditch is his grumpy old neighbour that no one gets along with. So, basically you follow Charlie and Radar, who is a beautiful German Shepherd, and basically they go to this other world because Radar is unfortunately very old. She's a very old dog, and Charlie's goal is to make her young again. So we meet a lot of friends on the way, we meet enemies on the way, we meet some friendly new faces, like some familiar faces. So this was really enjoyable. Like, it was enjoyable. I don't see myself reading this again, but I'm keeping it for Josh because he wants to read this because it seems right up his street. And I enjoyed the ending of this, so I recommend if you like a lot of fairy tales, but it's also a little bit dark because it's got a little bit of blood and stuff in there, like killings and stuff. So this was brilliant. And 4 stars. I am gonna be reading Avenging Sun by Guy Haley next. This is the first novel in the Dawn of Fire series, and I'm a little bit scared because it's Warhammer 40k and it's my first one. It's my first 40k series, and it's also a sci-fi, like a space sci-fi, so I'm a little bit scared, a little bit intimidated, but
It'll be fine.
You'll see another vlog for this. I shall see you in this vlog when I go back to like a horror. Hey, so last time you saw me, my hair was brown. Now my hair is red with pink ends. So it looks like a little fireball. So, right. It is the 20th of May. I am reading The Deep by Alma Katsu. This is a horror, thriller, historical fiction, and this is the tale of the Titanic, but with a twist. So, at the beginning, you meet our main character, Annie, who was in a mental asylum because she thought she was clinically insane due to the fact that she wanted to be on the water even though she had nearly drowned because of the Titanic. So that was in 1916. Then it's flipped back to 1912. So I'm now in 1912 and I'm now on the Titanic. Nothing too scary or nothing like thrillery yet. It's not gripping me as much as I thought it would. So if I end up DNFing this, I will end up finishing this vlog. But this, I'm 63 pages in. Like I say, we got introduced to Annie and her best friend Violet from the Titanic had left her a letter asking her to come onto the Britannic. So the Britannic is different because the Britannic was for soldiers who are obviously suffering with really bad injuries, and Annie and Violet, her best friend, are looking after these soldiers. They're nurses on this ship. But not, like, so far nothing really outstanding has happened. Like, I've met two boxers that were boxing on the Titanic, and now we've just met a guy called Teddy and his mistress, she's furious with him because he wandered off. So I'm going to keep on reading because I'm not even quarter way through yet. So I'm going to keep on reading, see if it gets any better. If it doesn't, then I'll let you guys know. But yeah, we're reading The Deep at the moment. Hey, so I'm currently on my own sprints because I decided that I want to sprint a little bit today. And I just wanted to update you on The Deep. I am 100 pages through this already. It's getting a little bit more interesting now. I mean, the interesting part was there was a seance, there was a spicy scene in this. I wasn't expecting any spice in this, if I'm honest. And I love the fact that we keep going back and forth from 1912 when Annie was on the Titanic to 1916 where she's on the Britannic. Like I say, it's right. Titanic, last thing we knew was a seance happened and someone died. And then Britannic, they've just arrived in Naples, Italy. I've always wanted to go to Italy, so I'm envying the people that are on this freaking ship right now. But yeah, I'm gonna keep on reading. It is quite interesting. Josh is just eating.
Yeah, well.
I'll carry on reading and see if it gets more interesting. It seems to be, so yeah. Bye for now. Hi. So, I went to the library today and I read like 41 pages while I was there. I am now on page 183. It is getting kind of interesting. Basically, there's drama going on this ship. There's like hauntings. There's been what do you call it? Mentions of sirens. There's been mentions of a sea goddess. Excuse me. And everyone's not able to trust anybody whilst on the Titanic, because they're like, oh, who's possessed and who's not. So at the moment, in the perspective of Madeline Astor, who is an 18-year-old that is pregnant and is married as well. So it's happening, and on the Britannic, Annie has met Mark, who she thought was dead. Annie has met someone who she thought was dead, and basically, I don't know if he recognizes her or not, but he's woke up and he's looking at her like she's a ghost or something. But it's intriguing, and because I'm nearly halfway through, so I'm gonna carry on reading and see if I can try and get to page 200 tonight, or more than 200, maybe halfway. Let's see if I can get to halfway, because halfway is page 209. Hi. So I thought I'd quickly update you before I go on video call with Elle and Chloe. I'm on chapter 26, page 224. I'm not seeing the horror aspect of this, and to say it's thrilling, that's overselling it in my opinion, because so far there has been like a seance. You've got your couple of ghosties roaming around. A pregnant woman thought another woman was possessed and nearly drowned her, and that's it. That's the only interesting thing so far. So I'm going to keep on reading because it is intriguing me what's going on. But it's not what I thought it would be. I thought it would be more horrific than this. And there's been talk of like sea goddess and sirens. So, hey, hi. So the past couple of days, so like yesterday and today, I've been busy doing reading sessions with one of my bookish besties, Elle. Me, Elle and Chloe are all in like this group chat, so we really want to have a day of the week, which we've said is Saturday, to read together and just chat about our books and chat about life and everything. So I'm on page 265 of this. One of the boxes is conning people and trying to get people to steal things, and then he's got a rich man who's a gambler to steal some money for him. So that's happening at the moment. I'm on chapter 32, so I've made some progress since I last spoke with you guys. And it's been like a really nice cozy vibe with Elle, just reading with her and just having a good time, really. So, yeah, and me and Josh were talking last night, and this morning he's gonna be making a schedule for me every week.
Yeah.
After the funeral is done, so that I can get some studying done and just focus mainly on my studying, because I need to get some of it done. Because I'm falling behind, but my tutors are very understanding of the situation that's happening and everything. I do need to ring student support as well at some point to let them know what's going on as well. So that's a thing. And basically today I'm just gonna carry on reading and see how much I can get done. I'm gonna try and get the deep done by the end of this month, so that it's done and out of the way for the funeral. Hi. So I got 75% through the deep this morning, and me and Josh chose my next read, which is gonna be the second one in the Dawn of Fire novel series. It's The Gate of Bones, which I'm looking forward to. He read the blurb out because the blurb is very, very small text. So that made me realise that I wasn't actually enjoying the deep as much as I wanted to. Like, there wasn't really any horror aspects to it. Like, yes, there was a seance, yes, there was evil spirits, and yes, there was, like, someone died and someone nearly got drowned. So, you know, like, there's not a lot of horror aspects to this. Like, a lot of it was about gambling and stealing. It's just not for me. And the writing style was okay. I'd recommend, if you like your historical fiction and you want another take on the Titanic and Britannic, but if you're looking for horror in this, I wouldn't go for it, because like I say, there's not a lot of horror aspects. Like, there's next to none. So in my eyes, that's a historical fiction, and it wasn't keeping me hooked, so in my eyes it wasn't a thriller either. So it's just a historical fiction that's contemporary or dystopian as well, like Josh said. So that's it for this vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing. Like, thank you for getting me to 100 subscribers, guys. Love you so much and appreciate you all. If you liked this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and comment below if you've read any of these books, and comment below if you have any horror/thriller recommendations for me as well. And I'll see you in the next vlog, which will be all about The Gate of Bones. Bye!